Any questions about last session before we get into it?
Stop stalling.
I'm not. I'm asking you genuine things.
No.
All right. Fuck you too.
I'm sure we
Dan.
will when we get to that point.
You're a great DM. Proud of you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony. And joined with me today are the other three Summer Olympic sports that would definitely, absolutely not come last in and guaranteed to get bronze or above, starting with the athletic, nimble, quick Jared.
What's going on, guys? Armos here. And my event would be anything shooting, specifically the 50 meter rifle
brother.
one. Oh, man.
That's a great one.
I'm pretty good shooting. Grew up shooting skeet and things like that. And oh, man.
I didn't know that.
I was kind of forced to do hunting and things like that. So, and I didn't really like hunting. It's a whole thing. But yeah, any of the shooting ones, I'd be good at. Pretty good at it. Dan, what about you?
Hello, everybody. My name is Dan. I play Minas Pebblewalker, your tiny little swarm keeper ranger. And I would definitely be the duo partner volleyball, beach volleyball.
Yeah, bro.
Ooh, who's your partner?
I'd be with you. I'd be me.
Ooh.
Me.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my tall boy right here.
I'm
What
ready.
you talking about?
Oh, man. Dan and Jared and a couple of Speedos playing some volleyball. Nice.
Couples. That's the simplest word that I could not think of when I said duo.
Yeah, we'll do a cue for it.
Jeez. That is, if you haven't watched beach volleyball, it is the most exhilarating one to watch, in my opinion.
I watched them today.
Did you really? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, the amount of times you think they're about to let it drop and it doesn't is crazy to me. So that's me. What about you, Alec?
What'd you say it like that, man?
I don't know why I gave it that
Say
tone.
it like that.
I don't know
What
why
about
I
you,
gave it that tone.
Alec?
Dan put some stank on that. Oh my god.
He gave me the recap last second and it just came through. Yeah.
My name is Alec. I play Drell of the Ashbourne, and not gonna lie, the two other things that I were gonna say were just taken.
Really?
Is someone with actual volleyball experience and shooting experience. So I'm gonna go with badminton. I feel like I used to play it all the time in PE, and I was just absolutely dominant in it. So
Yes, of course, the rich men's volleyball.
I think I would absolutely tear it up. I would definitely say badminton.
Yo, what school did you go to? Had Wendy's for lunch on tap, and then you had
Plot twist. It
Freaking
wasn't a
badminton.
school. It wasn't a school. It's just Richie Rich's house. Have you ever seen that?
right.
Yep.
Oh man.
I actually love badminton,
jealous.
by the way.
I do too.
Awesome sport.
Oh yeah.
How'd you say?
And I have been watching that.
Badminton?
Okay.
Badminton. Is there a good mitten? That's the question.
He pronounces the N. That's what it is. Because I say badminton and he says badminton. Is what it is.
Badminton.
Yeah, there's actually the United States team has two twins from San Jose, California. So shout out them. Hopefully they do well. And shout out California. So what about you, Tony?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with judo. I've trained in judo for many a year. I hold rank in Japanese jiu-jitsu in real life, and I have entered several judo tournaments in my heyday. And I used to have, actually, I forget his name because I'm put on the spot, but I had a gold Olympian, two of them, come to my dojo several times to actually train us.
You own a dojo?
I own my own dojo.
Did you challenge the owner of the dojo for the dojo?
Yeah, that's how I earned it.
You're like, I'm here to fight you for your dojo.
So I used to train in judo, jiu-jitsu, and saw a little bit of that. So I think I would hold up.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm a lethal killer, so fuck me. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, you guys want a roundhouse to the face by a guy wearing a pair of these bad boys? Forget about it. That was Tony's real judo instructor.
Break the wrist, walk away. Break the wrist, walk away.
Rex Kwando.
And you know the deal. Before we get into the recap, we're going to do the rundown. And today's rundown is brought to you by Daniel.
What's up, everybody? I want to run down the Patreon real quick. We got a lot of really cool tiers of the Patreon, and I did want to give a big shout out to Tony who started adding the unique maps that we make for the podcast. He puts a lot of hard work into that. And now if you're subscribed to the $5 tier and up, those maps are shared with you that you can use in your games, or if you just want them as reference, or you just like looking at maps, you know? Some people just like looking at maps. So if you like looking at maps, go on over there and check out all the other cool tiers we have. I'm definitely bringing it up because our Armos loot box, we give out a loot box every season, and the Armos loot box just went out with some crazy stuff in it. If you didn't get your loot box yet, it should be here any day. It is, spoiler alert, it includes a custom puzzle. It includes these crazy warlock spell cards, these custom cards we made for a potential card game? Question. There are lots of really cool stuff, and we put a lot of effort into making the Patreon the most unique experience in the D&D world. So go check it out. DND404. Patreon.com/DND404. Appreciate y'all.
Now you know the deal. I'm going to go ahead and roll a giant rubber foam D4 that was half eaten by my bunnies. And whoever it lands on has to do the recap for the last session, where I am number 1, 2 is Alec, 3 is Dan, and 4 is Jared. How you doing?
Woo.
I've been studying.
All right.
Paying off.
Ready? This is what you're going to do. Throw
No,
that dice up.
no. I get to pick how he does it. I get
Dude,
to
I had
pick
a
how
good
he
one.
does
I had a
it.
good one, too. I had a good one ready to go.
Well, you can save it till you're picked 3 times in a row. How about that? No, I'm just kidding. You can give it to him.
Throw the dice up in the corner like you're about to kill a spider of your room.
Ha! That's good. Yeah, that's good.
You should be well versed at this, right? Let's see it. It should land. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the.
That was great.
It actually landed. I think
it's a me?
2. I think that's a 2.
No, I think the 2's on the side. I feel like that's me.
That's a 1 on the top. That's me on the bottom.
Yeah, it is me.
It's a 3.
It is me.
It is Daniel.
I had a feeling it was going to be me today.
It is Dan.
I don't know why. I just had a feeling. I'm going to say this like I'm shouting it from the mountaintops. Last time on D&D 404, basically, we were in a cave, and can you hear me? Okay, yeah, so we were in a cave, and there was Crown of Madness on a big giant that was hitting all its giant friends because of Armos. And then Drell was just fucking everybody up. That's right, everybody, because he was doing major points of damage all battle. And then Menace was like, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Chody Sid, and he's gonna attack everybody. He's gonna attack all the everybody's, the twins, the giants, everybody. And we took care of him no problem, because Tony forgot that there was a reckless attacking barbarian and was rolling normal dice like a dummy. And when we destroyed the giants, that is when we finally walked to the end of the cavern to get the egg, but not before finding a trap that we disarmed with a fire puzzle. We walked out of the cave and realized we still had to deal with more giants and wolves. Bard! Fuck you!
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is D&D 404. What's your name?
I'm lightheaded. Holy shit.
I'm surprised you made it back from the mountain that quick.
I did a Drell.
Armos coming out of the cave, sees all the giants, starts to crack his fingers, do a little quick run in place, and is ready to unleash hell.
Almost wait. We gotta think first.
Fellas, boys, welcome to session 112, where we pick up today's session at the mouth of the Frost Giant's cave entrance. Bestowed upon Drell's hands is a massive, giant sapphire dragon egg, which looks translucent. And in the daytime, in the bright, snowy atmosphere, you can actually see the wormling moving around inside. You actually get the sense that it's pretty close to hatching. The sapphire dragon egg also emits this bright light, and that as soon as you went outside, the egg began to glow this bright luminescent blue, and the eerie fog that was covering the snow battlefield begins to like fade and distance itself around the egg. Upon coming outside with the beacon of light in Drell's hands, all these frost giants and wolves that were on alert in the battlefield have been drawn to your attention. We're going to pick up today's session at the start of new initiative.
What?
I'm going to have, yes, I'm going to have everybody roll initiative. And we're going to do this a little bit differently. We're going to do this encounter a little bit different than the standard encounter, but I want everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
I'm going to warn you, I'm probably going to ruin whatever you're trying to do.
23.
Did it go last? No.
16.
You got a 3. Almost got a 3.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna ruin your plans. 3. Just you wait till Armos goes.
Armos is already starting to do weird gestures with his hands before his turn even starts.
So the three of you are now at the mouth of the cave. We are starting on initiative 23. The goal here is to make it back to the kobolds. You do know that the kobolds are on standby. They are aware. You feel like they're about to be aware of the situation because they have scouts. All these frost giants have turned their attention towards you. The snarls of wolves begin to pick up as they are now like engaged. You hear the snarls, you hear the drooling, you hear and you hear the little pitter patter within the snow that they are heading towards you. There are a lot of giants around you, and they're all focused on you, and you're in this big, wide open area. We're starting at the top of the round in Initiative 23. Minas Pebble Walker, what are you doing?
All right, another first coming out this session. I'm going to pull out my bow, and if you'll let me, I want to attach a quick letter, a quick like piece of writing, like a signal to an arrow, and see if I can shoot the arrow into one of the little artillery mounds to alert them to start helping us.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say that the bonus action is to write the letter, and the main action is to fire it if you want.
Yeah, and I definitely write "Help, friends, Minas."
And what's the range of that bad boy?
So the longbow has a range of 600 feet total.
Okay.
150 without disadvantage.
Okay, gotcha. So anything above 150 feet would be with disadvantage. Where are you sending it?
I'm going to move forward just a little bit out of the cave. I guess I will send it to... I'm going to take the risk and shoot it with disadvantage toward the closest mound to the front line.
As you go ahead and make that roll. Make it with disadvantage. You're hitting a DC here with your attack roll.
Got you.
Just to set up the environment for everyone, for all the adventurers listening today, they had just left the cave of the frost giants. Basically, there's a battle map. They're starting at the north side and need to get to the south side, and it's this huge grid. There's a ton of frost giants, snow mounds, and they're going from north to south. And on the south side is where the kobolds are, where they're holding the line. And it's a very dense, foggy, flat, snowy battlefield.
Okay, it's a 17. That's not bad.
Yeah, so with a 17, you go ahead, you shoot up this arrow, and it has this letter attached to it, and you're shooting it towards the mound, and sure enough, it hits with a 17. You see that the arrow arches its way through the sky, through the fog, and lands. And then it goes quiet for a second. Between all the grunts of the frost giants, you hear all the way in the distance from one of the kobolds.
I think I hit one of the kobolds. Oh no.
Oh my god, you murdered him.
You hear and you're pretty confident that it had landed where you intended it to. So is there anything else on your turn that you would like to do after that action and bonus action?
No, I just step back into the cage, into the cave, and wait to see what Drell and Armos do.
Okay, we're gonna go to initiative 20, which are the frost giants.
Wait, since I hit, technically, can I move with my swarm?
You can still move, of course, yes.
But can I use my swarm feature to take cover? Since I technically hit something?
Yes, I will allow you to use your swarm feature. I'm twitching while saying that, by the way, but yes.
Guys, do something, and I go into my rocks.
The player agency called and said they're going to go on strike and unionize if I don't loosen up a little bit. So yeah, you can definitely do that. And we're going to go to initiative 20, which are these frost giants. And you see from the fog that hasn't dispersed from the egg, you hear these giant boulders come in from all directions. I'm going to need each of you to make me because we're doing a bit of a QTE here. Everybody roll me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage DC 10.
So I would roll those flat, right?
Yes, because of battle sense, question mark? Danger sense.
Danger sense, yeah. It's still a 7 though, so that doesn't help.
All right, I got a 16.
So you're not, if you pass, you're not going to take any damage. If you failed, you are going to take 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
As all these like rocks and giant snowballs are now being hurled towards you. And Drell, you're like trying to hold on to this egg, making sure it doesn't get hit.
We would probably say enough times pass where I'm no longer in a rage, right?
No, you are not raging. You took time to solve a puzzle and everything just last session.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Frustrated, admittedly, but not raging.
I just want to say Armos has had the saddest start to the encounter so far.
No kidding. I got hit with a rock. I'm still doing like motioning my hands above my head, just trying to like get ready for my turn.
He rolled a nat 1 on his deck save.
Yes.
We're going to move to initiative 16, which is Drell the Ashboard. You're currently holding this dragon egg. So because given your size and strength, it's occupying a hand. So if you're going to be using a weapon, it'll be one-handed.
Okay. So would I be able to drink a brew and or throw the guys a brew as well?
You have to. So if you want to throw them a brew, that'll be an action. To drink, it'll be a bonus action.
Okay, let's do that. So I would like to throw them both a brew. Let me find it. I would like to throw both of them a quick thistle brew, which just gives them an additional 15 feet of movement.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have to pass the Constitution saving throw, but and then as a bonus action, I would also like to drink one, so that increases my movement from 30 to 45 feet. And that's a 28 on my Constitution saving throw.
Nice. Okay, you are not drunk.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a few of these. I mean, I should automatically be proficient in this. So I think I'm going to just use 45 feet of movement directly south towards everything.
Yep.
Just to get out there into the...
As Drell starts to move that way, I point him to the...
That initiative.
Yeah, why can't you roll better, man?
Jared, I'll give you 6 seconds to say something real quick, and then you'll get a free action on your turn.
One to the right.
Okay, so then Drell runs to the right. 45 feet to the right.
You come out,
Ish.
and all these frost giants immediately catch notice of the egg. As the egg is now in daylight, you see that it begins to shine. All the fog is disappearing around you, and all of the giants and wolves have brought your attention. Their attention.
Oh, damn.
The egg has their attention. Yes.
Maybe I should have let everyone else go.
We're now going to move to initiative 10. Minish, you over here, going to the other side of the battlefield. He takes the note. The kobold looks at it, reads your note, and then you hear in the distance, you hear a horn being blown with the sound of mechanized noise coming out from the distance. And then everybody make me a wisdom saving throw, as ballistas are now being fired from the south. And because you know they're aiming for giants, you can think you can pre-plan where they're going to land.
Ooh, that's a 17.
That is a neutral 20.
The number you're beating here is 10.
Nice.
Nice.
Almost, what did you get?
A 19.
Nice. Okay, you see these massive ballista shots. Foo, 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 foo. Crash, 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 crash down. About 8 of these shots land all around. You see that some of the frost giants are like stepping out of the way. Some of the shrap wood has like affected some of them. There are no direct hits, but you feel the presence of the kobolds, and one of them yells and points to the south, to the other frost giants, and you see that they're now trying to retaliate, throwing boulders. We're going to move to initiative 3. Almost.
Woo! Finally. All right, walking out of the cave, seeing the dense fog, knowing that we're gonna have to get around. Darkness starts to come out of his limbs, flying up through the air, landing in the middle of all the giants and the battlefield. And all of a sudden, strange shrieks, maddening laugh starts to come through as a sphere starts to grow from within the battlefield, causing complete darkness to form, I cast Maddening Darkness.
Oh my gosh.
Where are you casting it?
Darkness was bad enough. Now it's maddening darkness.
Oh my god, he upgraded.
Ugh.
So it is going to be about
just outside of Drell's range. So he just sees this.
What's the range on it?
60 feet.
You know what happens in Valorant when the bomb explodes?
Oh, here we go.
It is covering a significant portion of the battlefield, all of the center.
And what does Maddening Darkness do?
All right. Magical darkness spreads from the point you choose and fills a 60-foot sphere until the spell ends. It's a concentration for 10 minutes. The darkness spreads around corners. Creatures with dark vision cannot see through the darkness. Non-magical light, as well as light created by spells of 8th level or lower, cannot be illuminated in the area. Shrieks, gibberish, and maddening laver can be heard through within the sphere. Whenever a creature starts its turn in the sphere, it must make a wisdom saving throw and take 8d8 psychic damage on a fail save or half damage on a successful one.
As you create this sphere of darkness, this giant dome covers a 60-foot radius, and it's very noticeable. It juts out into the middle of the air, and this giant sphere, this giant dome of darkness erupts. Drell, you notice that when this dome of darkness appears, the egg immediately begins to shine, and up to 30 feet in front of you, it erases the darkness from the dragon egg.
Oh my god, this thing's amazing.
Oh, shit.
It completely eats away the darkness, and it is gone in that area.
That's crazy.
Just around me?
Just around you, yes. As the egg illuminates and reveals all. So all these giants are going to go ahead and take some damage. Give me 1 second. Go ahead and play.
Oh, yeah, you want me to roll it?
Yes.
Okay.
So you need to make wisdom saving throws.
40 damage.
What?
They all fail.
Oh my goodness.
What about that little wolves too?
They also fail.
Yes.
You hear the cries of frost giants, the shrieks and shrills of wolves, the howl of wind. Oh, it's dark. It's so dark. I can see my screams as they are now. Maddening, quite maddening, the ones that are in there. You see the ones that are outside of the maddening darkness look at each other puzzled, yet angry. What else are you doing on your turn?
Oh, for bonus action, I can drink that potion. So wait, if I drink the potion, I have to do a what
Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, I don't think I want to do that.
Okay.
Not yet. Anyways.
What a knob, dude.
So I'm just gonna move 30 feet to the west, kind of behind Drell, and then that will be my turn.
Okay, we're gonna move to initiative 1. The wolves howl. Some of them shriek. Some of them laugh a little too familiarly as they echo into
My goodness.
into the darkness. I'm gonna need everyone to make me strength saving throws of a DC 6 as wolves begin to lunge from the darkness with bright red eyes.
Easy. 12.
12.
Oh.
Well, I have a +10, so I think I pass.
I choose to pass.
Well, I mean, you could roll a 1.
But I have +10, so that's 15.
You see as these wolves lunge out at you, everybody passes as the swarm of wolves, and then you notice that these wolves aren't completely solid. The fur doesn't move necessarily with the wind. These are indeed spectral wolves.
Oh.
And then we're gonna go ahead and move back to the top of the round, initiative 23.
Just to start heading out a little bit, I'm gonna run out of the cave to the north and then spend 50 feet of movement to get to the western side of the wolves. And then I'm gonna start slinging sapphire bullets at the wolves. I'm gonna hit the wolf next to Drell first. I get to reroll it because that's a 1 with a 25 to hit
Hits.
as they take 11 points of damage, and then I will be moved 5 feet to the southwest.
You see that they go through. One of them hits Drell in the toe, taking no damage, but still funny.
Ow.
Sorry.
Menace, what the fuck?
I picked the wrong ammo.
It gets like right under his toenail. No.
And then I'll use my some elemental
That's definitely
bullets.
gonna come off.
I'll use some elemental bullets on the same wolf again this time. As I hit with a 19.
It's
8 points of fire damage plus the 9 piercing damage of the bullets, but I don't know if that all is considered fire when they're elemental bullets, you know what I mean?
no, it adds damage. It adds elemental, so that elemental dies. So the 9 piercing would not.
Gotcha. Okay.
Unless it's considered magical damage, then yes.
And then it'll take that 8 points of fire damage.
All right, so it's gonna deal 8 points of fire damage. You go, "Whir," and like you see that his ghostly ethereal fur gets a little singed.
And like I said, my Sids moved me a little bit to give me some cover.
They sure do. As we go to initiative 20, which are the frost giants, and they're all like, "Roar!" You hear the ones echoing, laughing, and crying and screaming from the darkness. I'm gonna need everybody to roll me a dexterity saving throw flat, because the darkness is causing them to just lunge it into the air.
25.
15.
You're gonna take everybody who failed is going to take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
And you take half if you pass or nothing?
Nothing if you pass.
Hell yeah.
Using dark ones.
That's what I'm talking about. I got you in the ring for 3 minutes.
I'd use my dark ones to keep concentration.
Okay, you keep concentration as you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and we're gonna go ahead and move to initiative 16, Drell.
I think Drell is just booking it, dude, to be honest. He's really hoping that the kobolds are going to show up down there. So I think he's just double hands on the egg, and I'm going to try to dash south. Can I dash and bonus action? I can, right? Because it's just no action.
Yes.
Okay. Then bonus action, I'm going to take a potion.
Okay.
Because I need to do that. So yeah, so I'm going to... So 45 times 2 is 90. So I'm going to move 90 feet south.
Okay, one of these wolves are going to take a swipe at you because they're right next to you, so you're going to take attack of opportunity here. Oh, and they get pack tactics. I love it. I love it.
Hit me with your best shot.
They missed horribly.
That's what I thought. But Doyle rules.
Are you going into the maddening darkness?
Wait.
Yeah, but I have the egg.
You have the egg as you see that the darkness is continued to be eaten away, and the trail of light leaves that area completely lit and is destroying the darkness as it goes through. You are actively countering Armos's maddening darkness with this egg.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Wait,
I need to just like keep one of these.
It's reforming behind it, right?
It is not.
What?
Sorry, Armos.
Specifically through the characteristic of the egg, not because of not how the spell works.
This better be a level 8 spell or higher.
This is a level 20 egg, Armos.
It's a little boy egg, Armos.
It's a level 20 egg. This is endgame material, bro.
Wow.
You go ahead, you chug that back, and then you see that the frost giant that you ran by, that was in the darkness, suddenly sees lights like, oh, everything is so clear now. I can see it all. I've been living in the darkness my whole life. As it has this existential crisis and you continue with your turn, we're going to move to initiative 10 as another horn blows within the distance. The sounds of ballistas have been reloaded and they shoot more giant arrows. Everybody make me a wisdom saving throw.
24.
18.
Good.
The DC was, this is the second round, 12. You're going to take 10 points of piercing damage as a ballista lands dangerously close to you and shatters as the splinters of wood explode and down you with sharp, splintery, piercing splinters worth of 10 points of damage. Thank you. And then we're going to go ahead and move to initiative 3, Armos, as you hear the sounds of kobolds from the mounts. Some of the scouts that are hiding within the mounts closer to the center, you hear them blow another horn that sounds different from the one that signals them to fire the ballistas, and you hear the draconic chants in the background. You get this feeling that they can see the beacon, they can see the egg shining through the fog. And you can even see the egg, even though like how cold it is and like the mist is like reforming around it, you can see exactly where Drill is.
I am going to Misty Step 30 feet away. And where I'm going is questionable, but I'm going into the darkness.
Into the darkness.
I knew it. Worth it.
Yeah, so since I have demon sight, I can actually see within it, which is pretty cool.
Well, before you do that, I'm reading the spell. I'm pretty sure you still have to save against it.
Yes, no.
Oh,
I'm
turn,
definitely
yeah.
going to get hit. Yeah, and it's
okay.
on my next turn. When I start my turn there, yes, I will.
He's
get
a
hit.
madman.
So where the egg was passing through, I'm going to be just inside of it, like in between two giants. Neither will see me because I'll be in the darkness. So, boom. So I am in the darkness currently. I can see in the darkness and out of the darkness. And what I'm going to do, as I'm in the darkness, I turn around after Misty stepping, landing really cool. Like I turn around and use Force Cage to grab all of the wolves that are sitting there in a 20-foot Force Cage. Not a concentration spell. Woo! Boom! Mic drop.
I know exactly what Tony is trying to figure out right now.
Yes.
I know, because he doesn't want this to happen. I know.
Well, I think it's going to happen no matter what. It's just if it actually holds spectral wolves.
No, it works. It works. So you go ahead, you teleport
This guy.
You teleport into the darkness and you hear these maddening, gibbering, laughter, shrieks, and a little bit of guilt. The voices you hear aren't those of ones laughing at you. You hear the sounds of sorrow, but you hear it in a familiar voice. You hear Reginald's voice.
Buddy?
You hear the maddening echoes of 100 conversations at once. Reginald is gnawing at the back of your mind. You feel this, you see this sad little rabbit stuck in the void where you left him at the Lord Baron's divider. You hear his voice for the first time in a long time. You left me behind. You left me behind. You left me behind. Darkness all around. Darkness all
we're
around.
trying to help you.
And boom, Force Cage grabs the wolves, and Force Cage does indeed block the ethereal plane against these spectral wolves. And they are stuck as they begin to snicker, try to get through, but are met with these invisible bars.
This is the one you can't hit through.
The box, right? Yes, this box.
Yeah, not the cage.
The invisible
the
box. Boom, comes around them in a 20-foot cube, locking all the wolves in place, and it blocks ethereal plane and blocking ethereal travel, which are spectral wolves.
I realized the box is only 10, so it has to be the other one. Apologize.
Force Cage. Okay, bars. Got it. They hit the bars. Yeah, okay. Didn't figure that out.
Huh?
I said the wrong thing.
It's fine.
Do you have ruby dust worth at least 1,500 gold pieces?
Yes.
Yeah, bullshit. Okay, no.
The answer's always just yes.
Yes.
Ruby, where are you?
Next campaign, I'm gonna make you guys do upkeep. Okay, so
Ruby.
So you go ahead and use Force Cage, and it goes off, and you hear the echoes and sounds and whimpers of Reginald while you're in that darkness.
And then the last thing I'm going to do on my turn is just move 30 feet alongside Drell. He's way ahead of me, but I'm staying in the darkness and running towards the running south, basically.
Oh, I cannot wait for my turn.
We're gonna go to initiative 1, which are the wolves, and the wolves are ready to lunge as the three of you need to make strength saving throws, except wait, they all hit the Force Cage bars and they look at each other confused, thus eliminating that QTE. Going to the top of the round, initiative 23, Menace Pebble Walker. What are you doing?
All you hear in the maddening darkness is Armos laughing maniacally as the wolves hit the bars. He's still sprinting. Go ahead.
Minus goes, good doggies. And then he clicks his heels and runs and sprints, and he's now 200 feet to the south.
Oh, get the hell out of here!
What? Wait, what?
Get the hell out of here, dude.
Whoosh!
How much did you just travel?
Because with the brew, I added 15 feet to my movement, which made it 50. And when I click my heels, it doubles my movement. And when I use a dash action, 200 feet of movement.
Good.
I yell at everybody, Droll needs help.
You see Menace, I forgot about those boots. You see Menace click his heel. Fucking like he got.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so Drell just gave him 200 feet of movement.
Wait, do
I don't know how
that
long.
math one more time. Wait. So you have 45 movement.
I have 35 to start, plus 15 from Drell is 50. Times
okay.
2 from the
Now it
boots is
makes
100. Dash action, 200 feet of movement.
Amazing. Okay.
You see all these kobolds come out, and they are speaking Draconic, and they go, friend, fast,
Fast, friend.
egg.
There. And I point to Drell, since we can see Drell now.
It just like pans back to me in the middle of the battlefield by myself.
Dude, slow motion, Private Ryan with the egg and like cradled in his hands as the blackness parts ways.
Dude, as Drell's going, he just hears whoosh and a big gust of wind past him.
Oh my God, guys, look out for tornadoes.
Dang. So all these draconian beings, kobolds, gather around you and they're like, egg. And you see that they now see where like Drell's the one that's indeed holding it. This darkness is being dissipated by it, and you see that they're now calibrating under all these mounts are these ballistas. You guys are now going to have advantage on your wisdom saving throws on initiative 10 if they go into fire again before you guys make it to the end. So, Menace, is there anything else in your turn that you would like to do?
There is literally nothing else I can do.
We're going to go to initiative 20, which are the Frost Giants. Everybody except Menace make me dexterity saving throws of a DC 14.
Shout out advantage. That's a 17.
Oh, wow.
15.
Just barely making it as these giant boulders are being flung. You see that some of the giants begin to move within the darkness as you see that they are indeed taking this damage, and it seems like they just don't care. They're just running towards where they think the egg is. We're gonna go to initiative 16. Drell.
First off, they take the damage, which is 39.
Okay, they take 39 points of damage as they move, and we're gonna move to initiative 16. Drell.
I think I am going to... I don't get to move as fast as Menace, but I think I'm going to also do another dash action. What is that? That's going to be another 90 feet that I get to move. So I'm not there yet, but almost.
You move 90 feet forward. You're only about 20 feet away from the Draconians as they see the egg, and you see that all these kobolds rejoice. Egg. You hear them chanting.
Okay, you can like help me.
Yeah, they immediately come to help. Now that Drell, you have made it with the egg. That was the goal, to reach to the other side. As you see that these Draconians begin to advance, as they're cheering, and you see like the morale's coming out. The morale is now boosted. You see that some of them take out giant hand axes and begin to throw them. You see that some of them take out bows and begin to shoot. Ballistas begin to fire. Armos, you're gonna make me one more dexterity saving throw as this is huge onslaught of projectiles coming at the giants as Drell has made it safely to the south border of the map.
I got a 14.
Actually, no, it would be, because it's the fourth round, you're gonna fail by 2. Do you have anything that can increase it? Because it's DC 16. No. Okay.
It's a saving throw?
Do not die in the darkness, please.
Wait. It's a saving throw. Wait. Let me.
You're
It
blessed
is a
by
wisdom
Menace.
saving throw.
You're blessed by Menace from last episode.
Dexterity.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know how long it lasts, but
Bless.
What is it? How long is it?
It lasts a minute, so
No.
maybe not.
No, you do not have it.
Drell side eyes Menace again.
Hold on. I think my staff gives me +2. The staff you're wielding grants you +2 to bonus to attack and damage rolls. While holding it, you get +2 bonus armor class saving throw and spell attack rolls. 16, right on the money.
That saves as you see this barrage of throwing axes, longbow arrows, ballistas, and even rocks being now thrown as they're landing behind you. They are singeing your robe as you are just barely dodging out of the way. You see that a brunt of these attacks are being taken by the giants, and you hear the screams and they begin to retreat northward. The three of you are now officially out of combat as they see the giants running. The three giants that were in the maddening darkness fall to your spell, Armos.
I think Armos definitely needs to roll the damage on himself before he leaves that darkness, though.
I did. I just got to roll concentration. So I'm at. I was just mathing it out. I'm like, would I have made it? I would have had to, because I would have started my turn this turn, which I did the damage for.
If you stayed.
I definitely would have. 47. Oh God. If anything would have hit me, I would have definitely went possibly down. If any of the like boulders or anything else hit me, I would have went down for sure.
Yeah, so you make it out of the darkness. It's a barrage of all this shots being taken at you, and the giants run away, and you kill the three giants that are stuck in the darkness. And the three of you are now out of combat. Drell, you are holding the egg, and you see the Draconians cheering. They're super happy. They're like chanting in unison. They're like, rah, 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 rah. And some of them are just saying egg. And then the sharp-toothed one, the one that was drooling, the one that Minas was talking to in the previous session, comes up and he goes, "Yes, you've done it. You have." Oh, well, you have speak with, you don't have comprehend languages on. Egg, you did it. Egg, yeah. He cheers and roars, and you see that he begins to flex, and veins are bulging through his scales.
Minas thinks he has to join in, so he's going, egg, egg, egg.
Brother! You see that he gives you another predator dragon shape.
I'm just laying.
When do I get my scales?
I dove out of the maddening darkness, and I just hear egg, egg, and I'm just laying on the ground and my thumbs up, and I'm just like hand on my head, like massive headache from all the screams and laughter I just heard to come out to more screams. And
you see that a couple of these kobolds come by, and they pull like this sled out of one of the snow mounds. The snow mound crumbles, and it's this huge sled that looks like basically a big nest for this egg. And they gesture Drell to place the egg within it so they can take it to a safe place.
I look at them like, we're just gonna give this to them, right? And I just like, not like questioning it, but more like just concurring with the guys before I put it down.
Minas is still shouting egg.
Okay, it's not very helpful.
Yeah, with all the SIDS.
I guess Drell walks over and he puts it down.
You put the egg down, and then two of these chubby kobolds come by. They take ropes, they sling it over their shoulders, and they begin to head eastward. The sharp-toothed one that was drooling icicles approaches the three of you, goes, "Thank you. We, reward you, chat, yell with Elder."
Minas, is there an easier way for you to communicate with them?
Oh, that's Armos' job.
Oh, yeah. You always get your guys' magic confused. Armos.
Armos is still sitting there with his thumbs up, just like staring at the sky.
Armos, where'd you go? 1 minute you were there, the next you just disappeared.
His arm just falls, and he's just done. He's done.
Okay. Drell, did you see me run? You see how fast I was running?
Can we, yeah, that was awesome. Can we get back to, what we were talking to this guy about?
Right.
We can apparently try to do this without Armos, and Drell, tries to focus up and listen to, what the guy's saying.
I'm gonna heal Armos real quick so he can help. I go over to Armos and I'm gonna cast I guess I'll give him a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Woo!
As you get 13 points of health back.
Oh my god.
That should be enough to help you at least walk.
That was awful.
What was?
Well, this. I gesture to the battleground.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a crazy battle. What a spell. That must have been tearing up any creature that was in there.
Yeah, and look at all the... I guess it was just psychic damage, right? I'm actually fine looking.
Yeah. Armos, watch this. Look how fast I can run. And I do circles around Armos.
Ah!
In a tornado, he lifts up in the air like a couple inches before I stop.
If I had Force Cage up, let me tell you.
You see as some of the Draconians like walk towards with the egg. You see that Mammy is like cheering a little bit from where they parked them. And you hear the trumpeting of this mammoth as it sees the three of you.
Beethoven.
Stomps.
All right. So I get up and just trying to assess everything, and I have like nothing. I have no spells, no way to talk to these guys. I got nothing. I don't.
Okay.
We would have to rest in order for me to be able to understand what's being said right now.
Excuse me. And I talk to the first guy we met.
The kobolds ruling icicles. Yes.
Friend. We rest first, then yell later.
You need camp. Come.
Camp. Fire.
Come.
Food.
Yes. Noms.
Sleep.
Noms.
Nom.
Noms.
Nom.
He smacked the belly. You see one of the chubby ones smack yours.
All right, let's go, guys. And I wave for them to follow.
Small thing. There's about 4 wolves, spectral wolves back there in a cage. In like an hour or so, that's gonna be a problem for you guys.
Wolves all around. We deal when wolves around.
Armo, stay ready, fight well.
Oh.
Whoa, wait, what's happening with my speech?
I think I'm still in the maddening darkness. Oh god, it's happening again.
You see it as this large line, this large group of Draconians begin to head westward. They are now like guided. The one you're talking to is like guiding you to where they're taking the egg. And they you gather Mammy, and the three of you are following them.
Oh, I am definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take Mammy, you get your supplies, and you follow them along, and you walk for about 30 minutes westward. You're on the cart, you're following this troop. They seem very excited. They're like singing and like doing their own versions of draconic shanties. And you see that a lot of them are like tapping the egg, almost like as if it's a sign of like good luck. And then they reach this snow mound, and you see that they start to dig away, and the snow mound reveals in the floor this cavern entrance on a slope, not stairs, that descends steadily into the earth. And the hole is actually big enough for Mammy. As a matter of fact, it's very large, this hole, as if it's made for large beasts to travel through. And you begin to descend down into underground under North Trillis. And it's not long until you arrive at their sanctuary. When you go in there, you see that the cheering kobolds are now louder than ever. You see that there are more kobolds inside this huge hollowed out cavern. It doesn't look like a town. You don't see buildings or huts or tents. As a matter of fact, it looks like an open commune of some kind with various ice pits and carved out dens into the side of the icy walls. And it looks like just one large hostel area for all these dragons to sit and be with each other. And in the center of this commune area is a massive shrine that sits in the middle of a frozen lake, and you see the giant ice shards floating in this ice cold water next to all these hovels. And in the center is this massive shrine and a statue of a dragon. And in the center of the shrine, with this dragon overlooking, looks like a nest for a giant dragon's egg to sit in. And there are indeed some torches lit to illuminate the cave. And you see that as they head in and they take the sled, you see a bunch of these kobolds lift the sapphire dragon egg up and place it in the center of the shrine. And it looks like this giant dragon statue is holding and coddling this egg, as if a mother is taking care of its baby. And you see the egg begins to shine, it illuminates the cave, and you see the wormling shift inside, and then the kobolds cheer once again. So the three of you are now in this kobold sanctuary commune area. There aren't buildings, as mentioned. There are hovels where you see kobolds laying down. You see the kobolds that you were fighting with previously go to like a smaller group of kobolds. There are kids running around in their area. It looks like they're returning to their own family, but it looks like just an open area for everybody to enjoy. There is a fire pit. There's giant haunches of meat slowly spinning over the fire. You see that some of the dragons are actually gathering water from the slush frozen over lake, and you see that you even hear the sounds of like soft bongos as if they're trying to make some music as they all seem to celebrate that they finally got their dragon egg back. What are the three of you doing as you are now witnessing all of this?
I think for the next hour, if I'm assuming we're taking a short rest, right?
Yes.
Minas will spend that short rest eating and making merry with the warriors that he just quote unquote fought with and that he's now a part of, that he thinks he's a part of.
You're making friends, and the three of you do get the benefit of a short rest right now, and they're welcoming you three with open arms. They seem very friendly. They're handing you bits of food. Some of it, you're not really sure what it is. It's very like, some of it's very gushy, even regurgitated, and then you're also being handed like giant haunches of meat. The only thing that's upsetting you, Menace, is that you do not believe that anything here fits your dietary needs.
Yeah.
The food that they're handing you anyway. But the water is beautifully frozen over. It's water from an Alaskan glacier.
I hate you sometimes.
Drell, Armos, what are the two of you doing as you gain the benefits of a short rest?
Healing, eating, resting, and then once I get my spell slots back, and then comprehending languages.
Yes, comprehending languages, absolutely. And we'll get back to that in just a second. Drell, what are you doing?
I think Drell probably found a corner off to the side where he can kind of just watch everything like going on, watching all the people do their thing. I think while also just eating, eating as much as he can and then healing as much as he can as well, because that's definitely something that he needs to do right now. So he's kind of just tending to his wounds while eating and drinking and watching the festivities.
Yeah, you partake in some of the haunches of meat, and it looks like real, like it's cartoonishly big legs of meat. You know, giant round piece of meat with bone in, and you hold it from the side. And you notice that when it's taken off the fire, it's cooked on a very surface level of heat. The middle of it, sure enough, is still pretty much frozen over. And you can kind of tell that this is how they like to enjoy their food. So you might cook it, you might tend to it a little bit more, but they are absolutely serving you food. And as you're like kind of watching things take over, you notice, and Armos notices because of comprehend languages, that there are hieroglyphs along the walls. And it's like almost telling a story. Drell, you notice this because this is how your family, your clan tells stories through hieroglyphs. And in your home, there have been stories of great clansmates taking down giant monsters and painted on the walls for future generations to read. And you're getting a very similar vibe here. But rather than accomplishments, the accomplishments of like fighting beasts, you're seeing pictures of these kobolds raising dragons. And the only thing that's colored, like all the kobolds are like this generic black outline. Mm-hmm. You see different colored dragons painted onto the wall.
Oh, interesting.
You see a red one, you see a silver one, you see a blue one, and you see multiple like these light blue ones that you consider sapphire dragons. And it's just like telling stories, and it looks like families are being raised. And from what you gather, it takes like multiple families, like generations of family, for one egg to hatch. And that each egg takes a significant amount of time before it hatches. You also see that like you're following the life cycle of one of these. And as you follow the life cycle of one of these dragons, it's like egg for a long period of time. And then they actually raise it from a wormling to an adult dragon. Oh. And then you see at the end that they're setting it free.
Damn, that's pretty sick. I think Drell just kind of like, I think, you know, piece of meat in one hand, ale in the other. He's kind of just like walking along the hieroglyphs, like just looking at them, just like not like studying them or anything, but just kind of like admiring them.
As you're looking through, taking a fascination, you notice that one of the hieroglyphs has a giant red X crossed over one of the dragons in adulthood. And this dragon is colored blue. And it's a different shade of blue than the sapphire blue dragon. And there is some writing in Draconic there that you cannot read because I don't think you speak dragon.
Well, I mean, I technically don't, but I turned into one, so I feel like
You have turned into one.
no, but I don't.
Well, a dragon rat. Let's be very clear. You turned into a dragon rat that night. Back in
Get
Shadowfell.
Armos to read it. He comprehends it.
Yeah. I yell over to Armos, come check this out.
What is it? What do you got?
Yo, what's this say? And I point to it.
Let me see here.
So you get all the same information that I had just told Drell just a couple minutes ago. You understand how these stories are told, that these kobolds raise dragons. It takes multiple generations of kobolds to just hatch an egg, let alone raise it to adulthood. And the both of you have an understanding that dragons live hundreds of years, well into adulthood and ancient dragons as well. And it seems that they release them once they have reached adulthood, and then they take their own course of life. This particular dragon, the one that has a red X over it, is a story. It's a story about a dragon they raised. However, that particular dragon had turned down a dark path. Now you're reading this and there are like notes on it, but the notes don't translate to common one-to-one. So I'm going to be like giving you like cliff notes almost. So the kobolds had raised this dragon, but it had turned down a dark path. The kobolds believed that the dragon had gotten cursed at some point and caused it to rain destruction wherever it went. It was a dangerous being of the north, and when they released it, it eventually headed southward and used to attack villages that were on the borders of North Trillis, just beyond No Man's Land. It would attack towns, hamlets, and it resided in the mountains of North Trillis. They had thought that at birth, the egg was a sapphire dragon. However, it turned out to be a blue dragon, a chromatic dragon. Armos, you know this, as chromatic dragons tend to be evil in nature, while sapphire dragons tend to be good in nature. Dragons, chromatics, metallics, and gem dragons all have different personalities, usually, and they typically lean a very specific way. Upon discovering that this was a blue dragon, they thought that they could, if they raised it well enough, it would take a good corrective path. However, it still ended up to be awfully cruel. It was cunning and used to toy with its food and used to show no mercy. And then you see that they had named it after adulthood, Edgar the Unyielding.
Oh God.
Eventually, a group of Goliaths had come along, met up with these kobolds at some point, a nomad tribe, and they had slain Edgar the Unyielding. And that's why there's a massive X drawn over it, because it was slain. And this Goliaths essentially did them a favor.
And drank of its blood.
Does it talk about the Goliaths?
No, it doesn't say any mention. It just says nomad tribe of Goliaths.
Oh, fuck.
You know that you're as almost as like explaining this to you, just like reading everything out loud. You know that this goes way beyond your immediate family. This goes to like your grandparents' parents back in the very early days when your tribe was truly nomads and weren't settled yet or nearly close to being settled.
And this is the dragon that I see like through my, like as my rage.
Yes, that's what he says his name was, Edgar the Unyielding, except the dragon you see, although it is blue scale, he's beaten to shit. But he is still very massive.
What time of day is it as we rest here?
It is definitely getting night. After the combat, coming back here, getting the egg and resting for about an hour, has begun getting dark. So Armos and Drell, with that information, what do you do?
I think I kind of just listen to what Armos is saying, and I kind of just like, And I don't really go into too much crazy detail about everything else.
He's never told us about his visions, right?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think we did a good thing here. It seems like they raise these dragons, they take care of them. I feel like that's that egg, and I point to the big one in the center of the little city, underground city here. Seems like it's in a good spot. Now, all we gotta do is rest up and get ready to head out. Speaking of, I'm on time crunch. Here, you wanna keep reading this book? I'm gonna I gotta go find somebody, talk to him before this spell wears off again.
You've been reading the walls, by the way. It's not a book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys have been walking out through the cavern, and like these are massive hieroglyphs.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
When you get back to the table where we're all hanging out, Armos, you just catch the tail end of Minas going, and I told Drell, that's not a chest, that's a mimic. Oh, hey, Armos.
Minas, as you're telling this joke, you see that like all these draconic beings now have a draconic Sid next to them.
Armos, do you see this?
What?
What's happening?
Oh, that they're all laughing like kobolds.
I don't know what's happening over there, but you need to get that under control.
Do I? They seem helpful.
All of the Sids that are the face of all the other people in the place are all like looking at each other and then looking back at Minas and then looking at each other and then looking back at Minas.
Bink, bink, as they blink.
Yeah, exactly.
So, let's get down to business, huh?
Yeah, where's that leader?
Did he give me his name now that we've been hanging out?
Yes, of course he gave you his name. What friends would that be if he didn't give you his name?
That you know immediately.
Of course I know immediately. I've created these characters, and his name was Gelgi.
Gelgi, come over here. Armos needs you.
And you see that he like walks over. He has like a giant haunch of meat. And you see that he walks over and he's ready to talk to you.
All right, look, you've been more than gracious to have us at your city, but we're eventually gonna need to get going. And you said you'd tell us where.
Yeah, so you know that you let him know that you can comprehend his native tongue again, and he goes, "Yes, of course. Our elder is just over there in front of the egg. He can guide you to the Valley of Winds." And you look over and you see this short creature about Minas' height. Pointy ears, bright blue scales similar to theirs, but he seems very short. He's holding a staff and he is just in awe and just like kind of just basking in the light of the sapphire dragon egg and just standing in front of it. And he gestures for you to walk over, and the three of you walk over, and he turns around and you see this very small kobold with almost gnomish-like features, if that's possible. He's not a gnome by any means. However, he just has the stature of one. He has like goblin-esque ears, but he has kobold's scales, and he also has a beard, and he's holding a blue staff. And he has like this makeshift like ice crown on that blends into his face. He looks like a mishmash of creatures, but still kobold in essence, just a very peculiar one at that. And he looks at the three of you, and he goes, "Well, you must be the help with the eggs. We are truly grateful." And he puts his hands in almost like a triangle formation, and he bows to you, and he goes, "Thank you so much."
No problemo. And I bow and do the same.
He is speaking common.
Oh man, wish I didn't waste that spell. Think about it. We appreciate you guys, being so hospitable so far, but we really need to, I don't know, get going at some point.
Of course.
They said that you would be the person to tell us where to go.
Yes.
And I kind of give them the TLDR of kind of our adventure and what we're looking for.
Yes, Gelgi has informed me of your search and what you are looking for, and we can absolutely accommodate, especially for those who have taken the time out of their crucial journey to help us. We know 2 legends on how to arrive at the Valley of Winds.
Oh.
This rumored place. This place proven real. Although I've never crossed to the other side, there are a number of things that you should be aware of. To enter the Valley of Winds is more of trial and tribulation, and not always constant.
So what's the first legend?
Well, first, the reason you seek the Valley of Winds, whether it be for glory, as most often travel there, or for treasure, it must exist within the realm for the gates to open. So I hope whatever you are looking for exists within the realm, because the gate will be curated to you. There are 2 ways that we know. One is a bit shorter but far more treacherous than the latter. If you keep heading north, you will see a stone archway. It will be guarded by a man of ancients. Do not trust him, although you will need to talk to him, for he holds the key to the gate. This man is a white dragon in disguise. Very, very, very old and very dangerous. He looks at you and you see he twitches a little bit. The ladder is of a location in the bottom of a frozen lake just beyond of an innocent village of Chewingus. You dive down to the frozen lake. There is a tomb in which that delves deep within the soils of North Trillis, with its own set of legends and rumors, forged by giants, corrupted by the undead, and at the end is the gate that you seek. However, the time it takes you to traverse this perilous path, well, time may not be on your side with this one. But those are the two gates that we know.
Yeah, when he mentions the Chewingas, I give Armos a very awkward side eye.
What? What? No.
Yeah, I'm sure Chewingas would love us, and that would be a great option.
The Sids are doing a reenactment. You see 3 Sids stacked on top of each other, acting like a Chewinga, and then you see a 4th Sid acting as a fireball going, and they all
This is happening behind the elder, and I'm just sweating. and I'm signaling like, stop it. Well, if time's not on our side, we might just have to go the first way, right, Armos?
Yep. I think that might be the best call. We're kind of in a hurry. So you said we have to talk to him. He's old.
What you seek is an archway. And in the archway are these blue-like gems. These gems are the keys to the Valley of Winds, known as the Reisvelgard gems. You simply hold it and manifest your thought, the very thing you seek within the valley. It will shine blue, and you can socket it into the gate, and thus its portal will open to you, to your precise destination. If it exists, it will lead the way. This man, this old white dragon, he goes by the name Itmengul. Do not trust him, and to be frank, if you choose to fight him, you will not be slain very easily.
Oh, well, thank you for helping us. What is your name, so I may write you into my journal of legends?
My name. No.
Oh, I swear.
Jack Kobolski. No.
Oh my god.
How'd you get out?
That's it. We're taking the egg back.
Yeah.
I am Elder Fetter.
How do you spell it?
He spells it in Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't seem like you grew up here.
I did. I was raised here.
Hmm.
Born within the clan. Enlightened by its light. And he gestures to the egg.
Right. So you're brothers with that guy, and I point to one of the other.
We are all brothers and sisters within the commune. We all roost under one nest. We all are enlightened by its bliss.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's just, it's not important. It's okay. Moving on. So just keep going north is what you're saying, right? And Armos is feeling awkward and wanted to get out of the conversation.
Yes. It is lucky that you actually have a key opponent to know when you are close. And he gestures to Mammy. When your beast decides it refuses to go forward any longer, you are within the presence of true evil. My advice is that if you do not wish the beast to be slain before you arrive at that point, is to set him free.
Gotcha. Okay.
Set him free in the far north with all the giants. I don't like that. I don't like that plan at all.
Yeah, Draw, what do you think about that?
Not the world's biggest fan of it.
You don't think even if we try to protect it, it won't make it?
Where you go is no place for simple beasts.
Simple.
Where you travel, it will die. Mortals do not come back from the place you venture. In matter of fact, we do not expect to see you again, but we are not the ones to block passage. The Valley of Winds holds is a danger to many things, and we have never seen a mortal return from it. It is a place of deities, heirlooms, artifacts, and dangerous creatures unspoken by man.
Yes, so you said. Well, thank you for the help. Guys, what do you want to do? You want to rest here for the night? Do you want to maybe get a move on just to get a head start? What are you thinking?
I advise you stay here for the night. Eat, drink, rest. For your destination is still a ways away. 5 moons. And he raises his hand up. He has 3 fingers.
I feel like you could have just said days.
I don't think that math is right, but okay.
So the 3 of you are like thinking over a plan.
Dragons like gold, right? Think we could barter?
I think we got time to think about it on our trip there.
True.
Well, it's 2 very different paths is like what he's also
we've
suggesting.
already figured out our path because we've already burnt the bridge of the other one.
Okay. You see a little of the Sids running around pretending to be on fire.
They might not know it's us, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're very inconspicuous. I mean, we don't stick out like a sore thumb here, you know?
Wait, Dro makes a good point. Hold on. Elder, do you recognize me? And I put on my disguise glasses.
Roll me a D100.
39.
I got so excited.
I am familiar with your appearance, Egg Savior.
I'm not Xavier. I am Choo Choo, the Chowinga Slayer.
Jesus, that's the name you picked? Oh my god, okay.
I'm on the spot!
He turns to Armos. So, the leader of the 3 of you shall decide.
Yes, and I stand in front.
Yes,
What can I do for you? Of course.
The 3 of you may stay the night as the journey is long and harsh and cold and freezing and dangerous and cold and north. And he like blinks out of his spat and he goes, please spend the night if you must.
Oh, that was weird. It must have been the cold messing with my disguise glasses. That usually always works.
Always.
Oh,
Yeah, every time. Got me through so many pickles. Remember when we talked to that guy back in Gilo? Got us a cheaper cart to the Bugbear Cave. You're dang right. All me. I'm gonna go to bed.
very well.
Thank
And
goodness.
you see like the short kobold waddles away.
I talked to, as Minus walks away, I'm like, sorry, he gets a little weird when he's tired. He needs his little nap.
Try to understand. And you're gonna go ahead and take this path of dealing with this old dragon. That's the path you decide?
I mean, there is another path. We take the egg for ourselves. No, I'm just kidding.
We raise it.
Right, as our own. Because it's got some powerful magic in it.
As some of the leftover gibbering madness resides within your mind, if you were to barter with a dragon, that would be a hell of a chip to use.
Oh no.
Armos's devil horns
No.
just grew a little bit more.
No. Minus wakes up for no reason and shivers in his bed. I just had the worst feeling.
So, the 3 of you are going to spend a night. We'll do a little bit of a time skip here, unless Almost wants to do something devious.
No.
So you're not going to steal the sapphire dragon?
I would rather just fight a dragon than to steal a dragon and give it to another dragon.
This is a very old dragon.
I would rather have 2 dragons or none at all.
I will make sure I remember that. The DM will remember this.
Got a feeling it's going to be more like 3 dragons.
I do have one thing to discuss with the guys when we wake up.
Okay.
So the 3 of you wake up and you're about to set off, and the kobolds are resting off a night of celebration. It wasn't hard to fall asleep because you guys are pretty tired, but they were certainly up enjoying the night, and you heard everything because it's a giant open cavern. So as you wake up and get ready to set out on the road, what are you doing, Minus?
Oh, morning, everybody. Drell, we gotta go. And
No, 5 more minutes.
I throw a sit at Drell.
I'm too tired. 5
You're
more
tired? We're
minutes.
literally saving the world, Drell.
I know, but all right, fine. But I don't drive first. Armos drives, and then I sleep in the back.
Okay, deal.
Oh, Beethoven.
Yeah, I can't speak with animals in the morning. I'm like, hey, Beethoven. Good morning, buddy.
Oh, miss, how are you today?
Good, how are you doing? You didn't have any giants come trying to eat you, right?
No, these little lizards have taken care of me quite affectionately. They're huggers.
What?
They're huggers.
Oh.
They've nestled within my furry bosom.
Okay. That's a way to put it. I'm happy for you, though.
Oh, it was quite nice.
Yeah, we're gonna head out in a moment here, but I just gotta talk to the guys, so,
Terrific.
yeah. Hey, just a quick question. This is just a funny hypothetical. We do this sometimes, in this gang. Say we got super far into the north and we got separated. Do you think you'd be able to handle things on your own, right?
Oh, well, of course, I think I can. This is where I was from before I was abducted from my home. That I was kidnapped.
Right.
Yes. But once I was under a capture of a giant heavy net, they had assured me that one day I would return home, and that it would be for the
cool.
greater
So you're gonna
good.
be fine if that were to happen. Not like they would; it would never happen. So that's gonna be fine. All right, cool guys, we're good with the mammoth.
Yes, I would. I can't wait to be alone in the winter wonderlands with you.
Oh, the thing's happening again. I don't know why my
I
signal's
can't wait to
going.
spend all of my days with
And
you.
I turn off my
Menace.
spell.
Boom, boom, boom. You hear Beethoven seems quite joyful and cheerful as that conversation.
So anyways, guys, before we head to the dragon, we hitting up Drell's old stomping grounds or what?
Oh.
Me?
Oh, yeah.
I know we stopped for like a day, but I don't know if they have any useful information back there, or you want to say hi. It could be a good place to get settled for a second.
Yeah,
See your family.
So it is 3 days out of the way, roughly. Just to keep a little bit of a time frame, you have been venturing for almost a month.
A month?
Yeah.
1 month?
What?
Yes, I've been keeping track.
Give me a
of
time frame. So week 1, Flora.
Holy heck.
Week 3, 4, egg.
That's not the time frame I had in my mind. That's good to know.
Oh no, you're coming up on. Yeah, so you spent it took you a full week to get you just through the Kingdom of Brim, and then you have been traveling at least another week through North Trillis, and a couple of days to get to this point.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so remember those rolls that we were doing like for a day? Like that was like an everyday roll, and then additional days had passed. I'll give you that exact number, but like you're coming up on 3 weeks now.
I mean, what if we give the mammoth a potion,
Oh.
a brew?
Mer?
Maybe he could go faster. What do you think?
And if he gets super drunk, then we're gonna move slower, right?
Maybe.
So then it'd add more time.
I mean, look at him. He
I
must have a
can't
ton of
believe I'm
constitution.
the one trying to talk about this. True. True. He actually, no, think about it.
Big boy.
Pretty big. So yeah. I mean, we could at least maybe try it once and then see how it goes.
Yeah, let's try and go a day's journey, and if it's too much, we go north.
Okay.
What is a day when it's taken us weeks to get here?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
Screw it.
I mean, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, whatever you want.
So wait, you want to go to Drell's home?
We want to try. We want to do like a day of travel and see if with a swift thistle and telling Mammy to go faster than normal, if we can get there quicker.
So you want to give a mammoth beer?
Yup.
A giant mammoth, a human-sized beer.
First off, DND404 does not condone animals.
Yeah,
Please do not give your animals any kind of alcoholic beverages.
I don't know what you're typing over there, Tony. This is cut and dry, I think. Super straightforward Dungeons and Dragons gameplay right now, right?
Rules is written. Animal companions can gain the benefit from potions. Okay.
Yes.
You only need to consume a potion or feed it to another creature. So assuming the animal consumption is willing, which taking food or drink of some sort from their own seems very normal, your animal companion can consume potions.
Look at that.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So you want to give Mammy a beer and potentially go faster.
Yeah.
Okay. And then battle the elements. Okay. Okay. All right. This is what you want to do? Sure. All right. So you get your stuff. You get ready to go out, and you give me an animal handling check to give Mammy beer. I mean, it smells not great, or at least not great to the mammoth. So we'll see on an animal handling check. See how it goes.
I'll cast Speak with Animals again.
Okay, you can't speak with animals. And then I can't wait until we're skipping, galloping, trotting throughout the snow in the deep north, as friends often do.
I was listening the whole time, and all those amazing things sound
And
wonderful
all
to me.
251 activities involving snow and games to do in the snow. Yes.
I must have miscounted. That's a lot. Anyways, we are ready to go, and we wanted to give you a potion. You know what these are?
No.
Yes, Drell brews them himself, and we all drink them all the time. It'll make you fast.
Fast. You see that his trunk swirls around you and sniffs the brew. Oh, it's a bit foul.
Oh, well, yeah, they're definitely not. It's not like drinking water. Drell, what's in these?
Honestly, Minnesota might be better if he doesn't know.
He puts a lot of love in this.
Oh, love, I'm not familiar with this. Love?
Oh.
Sniffs it again.
Well, here, why don't you try some?
You see that he puts his trunk in, tries to get a gulp, and goes to like bring it to his nose, like, blah, and it like spurts into his mouth, and like it burns, like, ah! And that's where we're gonna end this week's session.
Oh.
As Mammy drinks a swift thistle potion and is now a little bit faster.
Woo!
Nice. He did it.
Go, Mammy.
So good.
Beethoven, Mammy of the North the Third.
Okay, sure. So we're going to the Ashari Mountains, to Drell's home. Interesting choice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's just, how do we pass that up?
True, it is on the way. I mean, it kind of. I mean, you can now to the west, but it is there. It is there,
And we're going to get there so much quicker now.
and who knows what you might find? Who knows?
Dinner.
I'm not plotting at all.
It's going to be a very normal visit, DM
Absolutely.
Tony.
Yeah, and Dory's going to be so excited to see Drell after all this time.
Oh my gosh.
So join us next time on Drell's Lore Dump episode.
Drell goes home. What's the last episode? Okay, so this is going to be the volcano episode, the lava beach.
We are not titling this episode, I Lava You, I Refuse.
That episode where we go to the volcano and visit. I might have to be I lava you.
Nope.
I might have to be I lava you.
Refuse.
Well, the lava beach episode.
The what?
Lava beach. We'll name it when it happens.
We'll get there.
Name it when
We'll
it
get
happens.
there.
We
We'll get
can't
there.
name anything beach ever again.
Why
They
not?
don't. Our audience does not trust us now with beach episodes. Someone literally commented that you ruined me with that title.
Good.
I don't regret doing that.
All right. With that being said, does anybody have any recommendations before we go out to the Patreon?
Oh, you
supporters?
betcha. League of Legends.
No, sweet
No,
pea.
no.
No.
That's where I put my foot down.
League of
It's
Legends.
where I put my foot down.
No.
It's called Swarm. It's
Nope,
not normal
don't do
League
it.
of Legends.
Nope.
It's a gateway
play with
drug.
your
It's a gateway.
friends.
We do not.
Nope.
We
It's
don't.
amazing.
We don't
Nope,
promote
nope.
gateway drugs.
So fun.
It's like a horde game where you fight bigger and bigger hordes in the center, and it's multiplayer.
You sound like a mobile phone
And you
ad.
pick, it's roguelike where you pick up different abilities as you go. It's so fun.
So fun.
No.
When he said, Jared the other night convinced me to play it, and he's like, it's League of Legends, and at first I was like, no. He was like, no, it's a different game mode.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fine, I'll try
I had
it.
to talk him into it, and I was like, Dan, come on.
No. Jared is a,
And he was like, fine, I'll try
no.
it.
Jared is as convincing as a sketchy dude in a yellow jacket in a corner of a deli. Okay. Hey kid,
Yeah.
you want to have fun? Like, no. Do not. No.
This counts as both
Was
of our.
it fun?
It was very fun. I quite like it.
And it's 100% free. Try it now.
No, it is not free. It's gonna try to take your money. No.
He's like, just click this button in the corner of your screen.
I'm counting this as mine and Jared's suggestion, by the way.
There you go.
Terrible influences.
Yeah, this is why we don't let you do a lot of recommendations.
Yeah, this is why Jared and I only have 13 and Alec and Tony have 18 and 20.
Yeah.
Right.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, that's my rec.
Good deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Armo steps forward, his crimson eyes gleaming in the dim light of the basement. I've gathered you all here today in this eerie place because each of you possess a unique ability vital for our next mission. He raises a particular item, and the surge of arcane energy bursts forth, enveloping the group. As their vision clears, they find themselves in a completely different world. It's time, everyone. Get ready. We need a grand distraction in the lobby, perfect for the Humbria's heroes. Hunter Husk, Dayden, Ripcord, Toby Large, John Carroll. You know the plan. On my mark. Escort Storm, Man with Glass, Johnny Tar, D&D Virgin, Autumnel, you're on lookout. If things go bad, you're our advantage. The rest of you with me, Sidget College alumni, go, go, go! Saint Chaos, blow the doors with the biggest firebolt you've ever casted. Andrew Hall, take anyone down that dare moves. Mongo, be sure to subdue any onlookers. Sergio Rodriguez, take the elevator as your main objective. Punk, take the second elevator as a decoy. Keep them guessing on which floor we're going. Everyone else, with me. Let's go. Bloodshard Bandits, when we reach the top, you're up next. Ramel, cast darkness, blind everyone in the area. You two get information from the floor lead by any means necessary, either with Rain's persuasion or Sly's knife. Artemis, use your shield, plow through any guards or obstacles in our way. We'll be right behind you. Our artificer, Morgan Uther, cloned the key for the floor lead. During the scuffle, everyone be ready for phase 4. We're in the door, the vault stands in our way. Time to bring out the big guns, shadow smugglers, the dread. Create an illusion, locate all traps within this vault. Alora Donstar, you're on disarming all those traps. Find them quickly. Julius Kendrick, you're our arcane specialist. Crack that vault open. And as the vault opens, Reese approaches the mantle carefully and replaces the prized item with another book. Reese turns to Armos, a disappointed look on his face. All this for a book. Armos grins. Not just any book, my friend. The book. The new player's handbook. Now let's get out of here before Wizards of the Coast realize it's missing and sends their lawyers. To victory, rare loot, and hopefully no cease and desist letters.